Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Mr. I'll Make a Meal Out of You, Drunk Edition. Today we're making Korean beef barbecue with kimchi.
Hello.
So what we're gonna need is some beef, some Koreans.
We have our ingredients. We have soy sauce, Kiko Man, only Kiko Man, ground ginger, crushed red pepper for some spice, giant thing of black pepper because we use a lot of pepper, the most aesthetically pleasing brown sugar clump, and some ground beef, and 3 cloves of garlic.
The recipe calls for some spring onions, but we ain't got that. So we're just gonna use these white onions.
Oh my god, what a mess!
Stop recording.
Onions.
I think we need some butter. Oops. Alright, as Miss Kimby films me, let's pull up these ingredients. Don't look at the password. 1 pound lean ground beef. 90% lean. No thanks. Fuck lean beef. Better turn that dial. Better mince this garlic. 1, count them. 2, count them. 3, count them. Mince them. Just give them a good little, give them a good curb stomping. Go ahead, throw that in the trash bowl. Can't eat that shit. Nuh-uh. Why do they even put it in that? This gives me more work. One day when I'm a real boy, I'm gonna have a better lighting source, that's for sure. Mince. What does that even mean, huh? Mince? Why don't they just say chopped finely like they do with everything else? I actually got a jar of all minced, already minced bullshit. I don't use that. I like playing with the fresh stuff. Alright, that's good enough.
Oh, okay.
So we got our pan all oiled. Some of you may have a wok. Might be a little more appropriate. This is all I got. Get yourself a small bowl. Put that shit in there. Put your soy shit in there. For those of you who have sesame oil, or those who don't, you can use a light oil. We're out of all of that. Last time I put oil in there, it's still fresh, it's still light, it's still good. So we want just a little bit of that, a teaspoon of that. So I got this ladle, but we're going to use like that much. That should be plenty. And then we're going to put that with some red pepper flakes and the ginger. I mean, really as much as you want. There's a specific ingredient on this list, but in Mr. Isle's kitchen, we don't take specific ingredients. We like to wing it here. And actually, I think we need a lot more soy sauce. This might be one we can't wing. Is the soy, because it's got to be really liquidy. Shit. Probably start browning our beef, because that's gonna take the longest. I'm gonna put your beefio chiefio in there. I like to use these wooden utensils. It's more environmentally friendly. Don't have any BPAs or cancers in them. So as it turns out, we needed a half a cup of that soy sauce. So that's all my soy sauce. But that's ready for some whisking. So some people like to use a whisk. I hate the whisk. I like using the fork way better. Brings me back to my childhood, making shitty pancakes. You just do that for a little while. Well, that all cooks up. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. Loser.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? She steps away from the camera to take a breath.
I do not want to be that close to in frame.
Days on day. Alright, I think it's time for one of the most crucial steps.
Classic.
Alright, so the recipe that I'm using doesn't say this, which I will link in the description below. Doesn't mention draining your beef, but that's a super important step if you don't want it to be like super wet, not wet, but like liquidy and oily, really. I didn't last time. It still turned out taste-wise good, but the texture was a little, what do they say? A little something. The greasy texture left much to be desired. Alright, and let's go ahead and add our garlic in there. Maybe you should have added this a little bit early, but like I said, the recipe doesn't mention draining the beef, and I would rather drain the beef and then add the garlic, at least for this attempt. We'll see if it doesn't turn out as good. We really want to cook that down, and honestly, I think at the same time, while that goes on, since the beef's already cooked, now's a good time to add our whisked ingredients here, and I added some of that garlic sriracha from the last video, just to see how it adds up. Now we wanted to add some garlic salt. Interesting about this dish, you don't salt and pepper it before you cook it, which you normally always would. So maybe this will add just a little bit more of the sodium, the salty flavor that I like. We're going to get that in there, and then we simmer for a couple minutes. So while that goes on, we're going to start our rice. All this is really doing at this point is cooking out the water and soaking up the flavor of that soy brown sugar bullshit mixture we made up. So that's it. That's your Korean beef right there. So that's going to cook, that's going to soak in flavor, that's going to dry off. And once the rice is done, you're ready to go. Piece here at the very end, it's going to call for the toppings or garnishes or whatever. That's why going back to the onions. We don't have any spring onions to garnish with, as that's what they're actually for. We got our regular onions. I don't think that's going to be a good garnish. So I think now is just a good time to add those in, so they cook with the flavor. And then once they cook in, even Kimby will eat them. Alright, so and Kimby wants some other vegetables in here, so we're just going to do our own thing. Throw some of that corn in there. Corn? Where did that come from? And I'm sure if you wanted to add peas, last time we did this, we did baby corns. It was really good. I would love to do a broccoli in this. So like I always say, you know what you like. You know what tastes good. So whatever you think is going to go good with what you're making, do it. Follow your heart, follow your stomach. Believe in yourself, as I believe in you, and you believe in me. And we're going to make some awesome shit to eat. Alright, so, I guess we didn't say this, but it goes without saying. You're going to need some rice. We boiled that while we let that simmer. Actually, I think we did say that. Drunk edition, am I right? So that's all simmered down. So if you can see, like there's still some wet in there. If you do that without draining the grease out of that, that's just going to be way worse. So that's pretty good. What I really like to do with this is grab a serving bowl. What did we use last time? Did we use that last time? Use this?
I think.
No, there's no way. We use this. And transfer our goods.
Mmm.
So you have to drain this.
It's dirty.
Go ahead, drain that. Timmy says it's going to fall through. What's going to fall through? The water? I sure hope so.
Road?
Ow! I just burned myself with some boiling water coming through that. That's alright. I'm okay. We've got important work to do. Go ahead and slap that in there. We're just going to mix that all up. I'm making a damn mess here. That's alright. That's why you get a girlfriend, she'll clean it all up. Get a dog, throw it on the floor. It don't matter. So now this is the point. I mean, obviously you want to let it cool down. But you want to garnish that, you want to put on some sesame seeds, I'd recommend it. I can't wait to get me some sesame seeds. Another little thing I like to use, these chives.
That says celery flakes.
What the fuck's the chives?
Should be in there.
One little thing I like to use is some chives on pretty much everything. But those kind of work for your spring onions. I did this last time. You just sprinkle them all. Sprinkle them.
It was a lot.
Yeah, mix them in. Chives are great. You can stop. That's what good pussy sounds like.
Stop it.
Test.
We will. Did you want me to film you?
Freaking good. Wee woo! For watching. If you like this video and want to see more like it, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you guys want to see next.